today on 15 on 15.
San Nicolas celebrates the agreement between Citgo Petroleum and the Aruban government. Plus, according to an international travel intelligence company, Aruba has many options to grow. And military academies offer youngsters an opportunity for structure.
Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 TV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. Upon the Valero refinery closing in 2012, those who suffered the most were the people of San Nicolas. Businesses, jobs, and tourism dropped drastically. Therefore, upon the signing of the agreement with Citgo on Friday night, the community was filled with joy and hope. In honor of this historical date, the locals held a celebration in the heart of their city.
It was nothing but smiles and cheering upon the arrival of Prime Minister Mike Eman and Minister of Energy Mike de Mesa during the celebration of the Citgo signing in San Nicolas. Both Aruban officials admitted the road to finalizing this agreement was long and hard, but the island's Prime Minister humbly gave the credit for this accomplishment to Mike de Mesa.
I worked as hard as Mike did on the reopening of the refinery in 2009, and 2010, and 2011, 12, 13. But entering 2014, I didn't see it happen anymore. And this gentleman here, with his heart for San Nicolas, with his commitment, with everyone that ever worked in this refinery, continued searching, even if it was the last opportunity to find a company that would be willing to reopen this refinery. Today that we stand here, let it be marked for history, is thanks to that determination of my better Mike de Mesa, which I'm very proud of being my colleague.
And with the reopening of the refinery estimated to be still a couple of years away, the Minister of Energy announced they will be needing all hands on deck to get the renovation started.
This rehabilitation of the refinery going to be somewhere between 2 to 4 years long to have the refinery ready to operate. And by next year already, we're going to need about 3,000 people in there. Just for us to realize that there's a lot of work, and the direct and indirect employment that is going to bring for Aruba in general, going to be over 5,000 people that we're going to need. You know, so there's plenty of work coming. It didn't go easy, believe me, because the industry is going through its tough times, but we got a perfect deal with Citgo, and they're here for 25 years at least.
And the news that the San Nicolas community had been anxiously awaiting was announced. Citgo Petroleum has agreed to rehire anyone and everyone who was previously employed at the Valero refinery, bringing jobs back to the island.
All of you that work in the refinery, all will be hired. All that come out of the refinery will be hired. Citgo already told us they need everybody, and they ain't gonna have even enough people. But all the instrumentation guys, electrical guys, inspector, operators, engineer, get ready because they want to hire, and they're going to hire each one of you that work in that refinery.
Staying on the subject of the revival of San Nicolas, besides the reopening of the refinery, the entire city is currently going under renovation in the efforts to make San Nicolas the heritage and cultural center of the island. Here are the latest updates and developments of this project.
Business in the San Nicolas region overall has not been nearly the same since the closing of the Valero refinery in 2012. With the lack of a working force in the area, restaurants and retail stores have suffered. In an attempt to revitalize the area, the Minister of Tourism and Culture has set a plan to make San Nicolas the cultural and heritage capital of the island. The vision is to have 2 museums with Aruban artifacts, art in public spaces, monuments, and cultural workshops in the city. But besides the cultural aspects, their downtown infrastructure must also be revitalized, and that is exactly what has been taking place over the past 3 months. In the downtown area, drills, jackhammers, and sledgehammers can be seen and heard, and to avoid disrupting traffic and business, this renovation is taking place in 2 phases. This project, which is an investment of over 10 million florins, is scheduled for completion by the end of July.
We'll be back with more English news right here on Channel 15 ATV after a quick commercial break.
After the break, these are new strategies on how Aruba can boost tourism growth.
Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Recently, a post by the Caribbean Journal stated that Aruba's tourism growth can get even stronger with a pretty successful year behind us. This is why and how Aruba can improve according to OAG, an air travel intelligence company based in the United Kingdom.
It is no secret that the Caribbean is known for its tourism, and Aruba is no exception. In fact, 75% of Aruba's GDP is from tourism dollars alone. However, with the U.S. lifting sanctions on Cuba to open up a previously closed tourism destination, the Caribbean islands face increased competition and risk of losing tourism dollars to this new market. U.S. travelers that frequently visit Aruba may instead elect to travel to Cuba for their holiday this year. And while the island is planning to increase airline traffic this summer to Las Piedras and Por la Mar in Venezuela, Quito in Ecuador, and Manchester in the United Kingdom, Aruba still has a lot of room for growth. So, what can the airport and tourism officials do to help increase the country's market, according to this report by OAG? First of all, Aruba can increase marketing in underserved markets such as California and Washington, D.C. in order to increase new passenger traffic in the country. Highlighting what makes Aruba unique will entice tourists to travel from the West Coast, where Hawaii and Mexico may seem like a better suited vacation destination due to their closer proximity. Additionally, travel to Aruba from Europe, specifically the Netherlands, has dropped by a third in the past 5 years. This is another opportunity for tourism officials to re-engage this market. Additionally, OAG found that Buenos Aires is the largest underserved originating location. Secondly, according to OAG, Aruba should entice service from airlines. Historically, many flights to Aruba from the U.S. connected through Miami, with lower frequency services from additional U.S. cities. The Tourism Board and airport should encourage increased frequency during the off-season from major U.S. hubs and introduce new routes to the islands to encourage travelers to book a trip. If Aruba can position itself as a leading tourist destination in the Caribbean, airlines may see greater opportunity to increase revenue by increasing service to this island.
Moving forward, on Saturday night during a concert in Orlando, Florida, the singer known for her performances on the popular TV show The Voice was shot and killed as she was signing fan autographs.
A gunman opened fire at a Florida concert venue as singer Christina Grimmie signed autographs for fans after a show, killing the one-time star of The Voice before shooting and killing himself. Police said that the 22-year-old singer had performed with her band named Before You Exit at the Plaza Live in Orlando. The concert ended at about 10 o'clock p.m., and Grimmie was shot as she signed autographs for the fans at the merchandise table. Grimmie's brother immediately tackled the gunman, who then shot and killed himself during the struggle. Police have now identified Christina's killer as a 27-year-old Kevin James Loibel. He had apparently made arrangements to return to his hometown of St. Petersburg after the shooting. However, his plans were never fulfilled because he ended up shooting himself dead after being tackled by the former Voice star's heroic brother Marcus. Police revealed that there is no indication that Loibel knew Christina, nor any signs so far that he was in contact with the singer via social media. An investigation is continuing, but police credited the singer's brother with preventing the gunman from hurting others. Grimmie, who was born in New Jersey, finished third during season 6 of the U.S. series of The Voice on NBC. Competing on the team of Maroon 5 star Adam Levine, she began amassing a following of YouTube as a teenager, gripping online viewers with her powerful renditions of hit songs. Several of her videos on YouTube have garnered millions of views.
We'll be back with more English news right here on Channel 15 ATV after a quick commercial break.
And this is the Fishburne Military Academy.
Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Often there is a lot of misconception amongst parents about military schools. When thinking of sending a child to a naval academy, it is often perceived that these institutions are only for gravely misbehaved youngsters. However, this schooling system can have quite a lot of benefits for any child in need of a bit of structure.
Fishburne Military School is an all-male college preparatory school for grades 7 to 12. Founded in 1879, their cadets learn and grow in a small, structured environment. Class size averages to 8 students per instructor, and they have a 100% college acceptance rate for seniors for more than 10 consecutive years. Over the years, this military academy has housed a variety of students from the Aruban community.
We have had quite a few, I guess over 20 Arubans have attended Fishburne over the years. The benefits are almost too many to list and really too many to recall. But for an Aruban per se, one, if an Aruban wants to learn the English language, it is 100% immersion. The school speaks English. We have English as a second language as part of the curriculum.
Other benefits include discipline and structure for youngsters, which will serve as a foundation for future life challenges.
Cadets wake up, they make their beds, they have room inspections, so they're taught discipline of military life. They're not taught military like kicking in doors and running around playing toy soldier. It's not like that. It's more the discipline of military life. Making your bed, maintaining a proper uniform, shining your shoes, all things that in regular civilian life or regular high school life you're not taught. And it's really more about the discipline to achieve the things you need to achieve, time management to learn, okay, tomorrow I have this and this to do, but at the same time, I still need to maintain my uniform, I still need to maintain the order of my room, and it teaches cadets time management.
Local businessman Eddie Paris and his brother Louis Paris attended Fishburne as young teenagers. Eddie was sent there at the age of 16, and he states it is not because he was a bad kid, just in need of a little guidance. And he is now very grateful to have gone through the military school system, as it has made an impact on his future career.
I went to Fishburne, and from there on, everything was fine again. Only because I had the structure, just like John mentioned. It is a military school, but it is a normal high school, like any other high school, but it is private, it is very small. The ratio is for classroom is very small, 1 to 10, 1 to 15, whereas, for example, on Aruba, it's 1 to 25, 1 to 30. And you have a structure. The military part is precisely to give you that structure from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. Everything, it's on an agenda, so, and it worked fine for me. Going from colegio, being kicked out, to having a good conduct medal, it shows you that, yeah, of course, I would accept some responsibility, but at 16, how much responsibility can you accept? You're not even mature yet. So it was a structure that was missing.
For more information on Fishburne Military School, you can visit their information session on Thursday evening from 4 to 7 p.m. at Tropicana Resort, or you can visit their website, fishburne.org. Thank you so much for watching these very local news updates and trending over topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See you then.